Uh, he was interrogated in the morning. He didn't really know anything. Uh, him and Egg and Beldam went to Lautric's house. Well, Lautric was missing, presumed possibly dead, but maybe not. They just weren't let in. They weren't really told anything, but he did see a woman who looked similar to one of the assassins in a window at Lautric's house. He wasn't at the debate, and then later on, him and Pedalin got attacked by an assassin who downed Pedalin immediately, and then Egg just brutalized them, but then got pelted with arrows, and it was a close call that Pedalin and Egg ended up surviving, with Egg pouring a healing potion down Pedalin's throat after she had gone down, and Pedalin healing Egg to bring him back up after he went down from the archer. And that's it for Egg. Also, he got a harness that he put on Follower from one of the Second Sons.
Silent Sons.
Silent Sons. What did I say?
Second Son is the infamous game.
Also, it's a magic card. That's why that happened.
All right. Well, Beldam had a very uncomfortable dinner. Lautric didn't seem human by what she could tell. He was just kind of weird overall. And after getting attacked and getting away by the skin of their teeth with the one healing spell she has, bringing Udinar back, Beldam was a bit hesitant about the election, seeing her friends kind of suffering because of it. So she was actually unable to sleep that night after the attack, and was really considering just conceding from the election to kind of get everyone away from the possible danger. But as the election came up, it seems that she was swayed after a conversation with the group that it may be their best opportunity in order to get towards the goal of bringing Spira back and getting an audience with Lena. Let's see, what didn't we cover? Debate went better than expected.
Raspberrium reappeared.
That's right, the missing alchemist, who seemed a little perturbed at the end of the debate and let out a quip that the other two candidates, being Lautric and Beldam, were only interested in the ward. So it's a little curious as to what kind of information he may have there. We did do the unthinkable and split the party. And after the debate, Beldam and Udinar decided to kind of stay out in the open and hang out in the general area of the tavern, where supposedly it might be safer than trying to be alone in their rooms or out in the woods.
I guess the only thing to add is that while the madam was on her date, Pedalin kind of went out amongst the common people to, kind of get a feel for what the campaign was going to be like, and she ended up following an inebriated fellow back to his home, where she was able to meet with some of the citizens of Treetop that actually seemed to be fairly politically not knowledgeable, and possibly the big dogs in the election, like they would sway the village's vote and whatnot. And so that ended up being beneficial. She kind of got a breakdown of what they were interested in each candidate and what they thought of the madam, and we were able to use that information later in the debate when she was actually trying to, sway everyone. I think all the rest of it kind of got covered by the different perspectives.
Yeah, the one thing that I
Um,
didn't cover is that I don't remember anything that happened as of 24 hours before.
Right, right. Because you opened, um,
A scroll case, I believe it was.
yes, thank you. You opened a
Yeah.
scroll case.
Egg also recounted his solo adventure with Follower.
Yes.
I didn't go over that.
And you have the list of
Mhm.
trophies and things for Prince
Well,
Lothanar from the
Yeah. And I have the trophies
yes.
that were collected.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody remember Prince Lothanar at all, or what that is? Who that is?
I recognize the name, but I don't remember who it was.
He was the one
I
that the refugees
think-
spoke of, right?
Right. I thought it was
Yes.
involving the elves that we ran into.
If I am remembering correctly, he should be the brother of the elven princess who was the lover of Chain's sister. Right?
And the last info we had was they were on their ships dealing with their own political nonsense because of the Orc War.
Of which Udanar
Well-
has no information of any of this.
And the prince was actually known to be interested in bringing back Spirit too, though, wasn't he? That was mentioned briefly.
It was mentioned.
So, but he hasn't been seen for quite some time.
30 years.
There you go. So anyway, I think pretty much everything else was covered. Petalin did split the party to go and check on Egg after the debate, just because it did seem like a dangerous situation. She wanted to make sure he was all right, which ended up being not a terrible idea because they saved each other from the assassin and Archer. So now we just have to figure out what to do next.
Oh, another big detail was morning of the debate was Beldam getting that letter that held the seal of the family that she tossed away years ago to go join the circus. And it spoke of an inheritance and that someone would be coming in the next couple of days to collect Beldam.
Wasn't it 3 days?
Yeah, that's what I
believe
remember.
so, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Then let's go on to expectations and predictions.
Okay. My big expectation is that just as Egg and Petalin were in a fight with some assassins just now, that the Madam and Udanar are in for a fight of their own. And if we can get out of the way of the assassins for a minute, then we'll have to find out the results of the election and see what the next step is to do with talking to Lena.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot's going to depend on how so I'm expecting the election results, and that's going to determine a lot of how we proceed forward.
Yep, for sure.
A lot.
We have to
it can change a
Make
lot.
it to morning first.
Yes, but
I went in
No.
expecting a brawl for debate day, and I prepared myself for that kind of situation. In terms of results, going based off how my rolls were, I was okay in the first half, but the latter half rolls kind of worried me a bit. So my expectations are kind of low on whether or not.
To give you guys a little bit of a enlightenment as to what Lautrec and Rosbarium were speaking about, since we kind of cut it short, or I cut that content for time. Raspberrium's entire platform was wholly traditionalist, like a return to local roots, growing treetop from within, utilizing the Silent Suns and Pixies to assist in the growth, kind of taking over more of the local area. Whereas Logic's whole thing was just like money. I will pay you money to do whatever you want to do. I'll bring money here. I will use money. Money will happen, and then you'll get bigger. That was Logic's whole thing, was money.
Money will happen.
Yes. Lotric firmly believes, through at least his platform display, that money is the solution to all things.
Well, we'll see how well he rolled to convince people with money come morning if we make it that far.
Sure.
But
Should've
I'm
just
leading
been
under the
making it
assumption
rain.
that unfortunately I maybe didn't do as well as I would have hoped. So in the event of election loss, we may have to go and cozy up with, okay, that's probably a poor choice of words there.
Woo!
Make nice with Lautrec to
Yeah, you
maybe
make
get
nice
some.
with him.
God fucking damn it! To try and negotiate some terms to maybe get some time to go and see Lena.
Lotric just wants to be best friends with benefits.
Don't we all?
What in the world? No, stop it, please. Ugh, that's one feature I'm gonna have to figure out with Fantasy Grounds, is how to lock tokens in place. Because lock tokens doesn't do it.
Oh dear.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Lock tokens does something else. I don't know what that does. But anyway, so if that's everybody's kind of expectations for the evening, we'll go ahead and get started. We are running about an hour late, so hopefully we'll get through everything. But if not, is everybody okay pushing a little bit later than usual? Does
Think
anybody have
so.
an issue pushing late?
It's fine with me.
Okay. All right. So then, because the ideal ending place for this session is a very large capstone in a couple of long-standing quest lines. So, if we can get there, that would be great. Especially since that allows us to introduce our new player, hopefully next session. She will likely be joining us there, just based off of where we arrive, and then just kind of wherever we land tonight will determine when she joins us next session. Okay, so Udinor and Madame Beldam finishing the election and not necessarily feeling like it would be a good idea to return to the private residences make their way to the partially destroyed tavern, the one tavern of Treetop. Let me go ahead and share the sheet. You can kind of see the destruction a little bit. I tried my best. You guys can see that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I've got all the assets, but no actual background.
Me too.
Oh, don't move my things. Who moved my things?
Me accidentally when I was
Yeah,
trying to
see-
scroll the map.
Yeah, see that's what I'm like. I don't know how to lock everything in place, and
Oh.
it's actually like it's very easy to accidentally move.
Gotcha.
The tavern just starts swirling around. Ah!
No, see, because I just locked tokens and I can still move them.
Yeah, also this map keeps like recentering weirdly. It won't let me scroll down when I zoom in. It's weird.
Do resize and adjust horizontal. And now what were you saying?
Ooh, that
Rumble?
broke
That-
it.
Yeah, that was bad.
Oh, what can you guys not? Hmm. Let's
Oh
see.
Lord.
Here, have a fun screenshot of what I'm
How about
looking
th-
at.
How about this? Did that help?
They fixed it for me at least.
And for me, it's the same.
Hmm. I'm looking. I'm waiting for your screenshot. Where is it?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I thought there was a way to like remove from you guys as well. There's she log client.
I mean, I'm not on this map, so I can actually adjust it to where I can see it fine. It's just interacting with this would be a nightmare, but I don't have to, so it's fine.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is what it did for me. Just like zoomed it out all the way.
Interesting. But you
What?
guys can't see. I wonder. Oh, you know what? It's because I changed the original map. Hold on.
Okay.
I think I can fix this.
Yeah, I'm looking at something similar to what Paul sees now. Now,
I mean,
everything
I could
except the
zoom
two
in, but I'm
characters
afraid
is
it'll
gone.
break something.
Hold on. Can you see now?
Now,
Like,
just the stuff it's the same. The
Yeah.
stuff is back,
Mm.
but
This is interesting because you guys kind of need to be able to see this map. Oh, somebody spun one of my tokens. Sharing. Sync client view, sharing, selection mode, drawing layers. This is so interesting. I'm gonna share another map real quick.
okay.
I just want to see if this one is equally broken.
That one's fine.
Seems fine, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna open another map. Because I have, oh my god, that's probably what it is. There are two versions of this. Okay, so I took away.
Yep.
I took away your tavern.
Yep.
One should be this one. Share sheet. Does that work?
Still no
Oh.
background.
Why? Why is there no background? What? Hold on. I think I maybe figured it out. Did that fix it?
No, it's just our 2 tokens on my end.
Yeah, I don't
Yep.
see any
Same
change.
here.
Besides that, yeah.
Let me rename a file and see if that will fix it. Okay. Maps. Is this? Can you see the background on this?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
yes.
Fuck. Shit. Okay. Oh my god.
Whoa.
I think that grid was too small.
Yeah. I think you might be right.
Or we shrunk.
All right, so I don't know. Oh, I can. I can just move people over. Sweet. All right, so let me just move the tokens over real quick.
Sure.
Honestly, a lot of it doesn't matter. It's just set pieces. So. And unfortunately, I'm not going to move the holes over because they just fuck with everything anyway. So you know where they are, right?
Yep.
Sure.
You guys could see those.
Yep.
Yeah, it's because I used the same file name
Oh, weird.
and had changed the map itself. So,
Like fucked up when reading or
yep.
something.
Yeah, so it was trying to show you guys the old one that didn't exist anymore.
Hmm.
At least that's my understanding of what was going on there. All right, that should be about everything. The grid is slightly off, but I don't care. Actually, you know what? This does have to be on here because it might come into play.
Do my doodles not show up for everyone else?
Huh?
No, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I was just fucking scribbling out the back of the tavern.
Oh no.
Ah,
Oh.
It's a really big hole.
really big fucking hole coming right up.
Yep. I haven't played that in a while now.
There we go. Okay, I fixed it. I'm the best.
Nice. Work.
And Lavinia is spinning. These tokens are so big. There we go. Okay. So, Udinar, Lavinia, make your way into the tavern. You can see the blown out portion in the back. As such, provisions are extremely limited, as most of their food stores were, food and drink stores were unfortunately destroyed in the accident. However, they have come together with like the neighboring port. I guess Port Treetop technically, since it's all part of Treetop, who has lent some things to them. And so they are able to serve. Udinar and Lavinia, you're able to find a seat pretty easily, wherein you are shortly thereafter joined by Oriana. What do you do with your evening?
I think we were just going to try and stay kind of in public view for as long as we possibly could.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to know what the core intent is.
Yeah.
God. Go here. Go here. Everything's broken. Go there. Yep. I am definitely going to have to figure out how to lock tokens in place. Okay. Either that or I'll just modify the maps beforehand.
Our intent is to not die.
Good to know.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
It's a good plan. I like it.
So, as you have a seat, get some limited drinks. Are you going to order any food, or would you eat? Because I guess they would just bring food.
No, I'll probably just nurse one single drink for most of the night.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then so then let's say like 5 minutes later, Oriana's gonna show up. She's gonna wave over to you and motion to one of the empty chairs and just kind of indicate whether or not it's okay for her to have a sit.
Yeah, I'm already like kind of moving my hand like, please join us.
Okay. So Oriana pulls up a chair. She sits down. She takes a big swig of the drink that's at the table there, and she says, "So, interesting night, wouldn't you say?"
I suppose interesting is a way to describe it. Sure.
Says, I know debates aren't the most thrilling things to factors like yourselves, but and she kind of stares daggers at Lavinia here. She says, I wasn't expecting to have 3 candidates at the debate. It was my understanding that you were pulling out, as it were.
I'm going to turn my gaze to Beldam as well.
And that was my intention up until last night.
And then enlighten me, please.
Well, my intent was to drop out seeing that my companions were putting themselves into danger because of these events. And after a long chat, we found that it may be in the best interest for us and all of Treetop if I continue to run.
I see. And do you have any inclination on whether or not you have a chance to win?
I wouldn't say inclination. I can only say how I feel that I did in the debate. And honestly, I'm not as confident as I wish I could be.
Are you familiar with how the voting works in this case?
To an extent, yes.
Each elder will nominate a candidate, and the village populace has a total count of 2 votes as well. And naturally, the candidate with the most votes win. Do you know what happens in the event of a tie?
We were informed, yes.
And your intentions should there be a tie?
See where the cards fall.
That's a very non-answer.
Just like a good politician.
She kind of leans forward, elbows on the table, drains her drink, and says, "Now look, I'm not here to chat politics. I want to know what your intentions are."
She was at the debate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, as you've heard me bring up a couple of times, we're looking to bring Spira back.
Right. So you said, and I need to know what it is you plan to go about doing that and how Treetop falls into this entire plan, because it sounds as though you're planning to put my entire village at risk to service some self-interested goal. I don't buy that, bringing Spira back, if it's even feasible, though I wouldn't put it past factors to try something so brash and foolish, that's not going to help Treetop. And so I want to know what I can do to solve this problem tonight and send you and your factor band on your merry way.
I'd like to glance around the tavern before I give her an answer.
Are you
that's
looking for
fucking
anything in
awful.
particular?
Like, if anyone's leaning a little too close to our conversation.
It looks like most people are like nose down in whatever they're doing. Like there's plenty of debate buzz going on, but other than the occasional glance and like hushed whisper where you can guess somebody might be going, "Oh, that's the one. She was at the debate." Then no, you're not really noticing anybody leaning a little too close.
Okay, I'm gonna scooch real close to her and whisper. The whole reason we're doing all this is because we need some time with the ward.
Can both of you go ahead and make Constitution saving throws, please?
Yes. All right, saving throw.
Okay. So she kind of leans back and says, "The ward." So Raspberrium was right.
He may not know exactly what our intentions are with it, he just knows we have interest in it. We're well aware of what the ward is.
She just kind of sits there in silence and says, "And what would you do with the ward?"
We only seek a conversation.
Are you aware of the fact that that would jeopardize the entire village and all of its protection, everything that it protects for however long the duration of this conversation persists? And I don't even know how you plan to go about doing that and whether or not the ward will return to the state of a ward when you're finished. How could I possibly allow this?
Which is why we were not planning on doing it tonight, as much as you'd want to get rid of us as quickly as possible. In a couple of days, we're meant to meet with Grills. He set up the ward, so we look to do it under his supervision.
She just looks impatient. She's kind of tapping her foot. And give me insight.
Can I fucking throw my dice out?
I'm actually going to do an insight as well because I'm super uncomfortable, so I'm paying attention to
Sure.
reactions here.
Okay. Udanar, you get the feeling that she's anxious about something. You notice that she keeps looking around the tavern while she speaks.
Okay, upon noticing this, I'll say, what troubles you?
She says, it's been an interesting night so far. I'm not sure if you recall the words of Raspberry as he stormed out, but that combined with multiple assassination attempts in just the last few days, one of our candidates having been murdered, or at least to my... That's what I suspect happened anyhow. I believe that it is well within my right as captain of the guard to be on edge.
You're right, sure. Just out of character for you, I assume.
Because I'm eager for this all to be done, and you've just told me some of the worst news that I could have hoped to hear after having boldly lied to my face. I thought we would be done with you factors for now, and the prince as well. His magnificence, she air quotes. And yet now I fear that I may be stuck with one of you permanently. And naturally, of course, I suspect that the entire village will become a crumbling ruin if you and your group get what you're after. Unless, of course, you've brought a relic sufficient to replace the one that you're intending to ruin.
I'm gonna turn toward Veldum and give her maybe a questioning glare, like, do we have a plan B in case we ruin that war?
I guess I'll tell him, like, the information that we've been giving regarding the method of speaking with the ward. There was no... What would the word be that I'm looking for here, guys?
No danger in ruining it.
Yeah, no indication that it would be any danger to the ward.
She just kind of coolly looks across the table, glances up away from the table, away from you and everybody else at the table, just kind of looking off in the distance, and says, "Very well. Enjoy the remainder of your evening." She pushes her chair away and says, "Hopefully, the elders will make the right decision." She kind of turns on her heel and marches out.
When she's gone, I'll turn to Lavinia and say, I think we might have made a bad enemy. I think we might have made an enemy out of her.
I wouldn't say enemy just yet. I think she has every right to be as concerned as she is, given what's happened in such a short time span.
Her concern concerns me as well. What if we're not able to return her to a ward state, or if she refuses or something happens and it's not possible? Maybe we should find a way to completely have like a plan B before we even do that.
All the more reason to have grills here.
I suppose so.
Okay.
How long has it been
Anything
since
else?
we last saw Petalin?
I mean, she was leaving and heading a mile out.
Okay.
Maybe half an hour. You're getting close to, I guess I'd say you'd be getting pretty close to midnight now after the debate this evening, and after that took as long as it did.
Sure. Would it be like reasonable time enough to worry about why she's not back yet?
It just depends on how long you think she might have spent speaking with Egg.
That's true, and I know
or
followers down
playing
there.
with follower. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I'm not that worried.
Yeah, I don't think that it would be reasonable just yet. Are you guys planning on staying at the tavern for the evening? Are you wanting to book a room? How are you planning for that to play out?
Yeah, how are we planning for that? So I'll ask
I
her,
would have
what's the
liked
next
to
step?
meet up with Petalin first before we make any decisions for the night.
Mm-hmm. So do you want to wait here, or do you want to go see if we can meet up with her?
Let's go ahead and pay for the room for now. We may or may not use it, but it's there.
Okay.
Okay. So you go speak with the barkeep and let them know you'd be interested in booking a room. He tells you that given the circumstances, they're unfortunately very light on rooms, and he was under the impression that as a candidate, you and your party were already being provided for with lodging near the Heart Tree.
Tell him we'll pay double, and space is not too much a concern. We don't mind getting cozy.
Make a perception check. Both of you.
Okay.
All right, well, fuck these red dice now.
Wow.
Dang, you guys.
All right. Perhaps too late. Excuse me.
And you're dead.
There's no way to mass select.
Wow. Those
Yeah,
are bad
that's-
rolls.
Bad rolls. It's also bad that
Oof.
there's no way to mass select.
There might be. I may have just figured one out.
Oh.
No, I can mass select, but I can't mass delete after I've mass selected.
Oh.
and the delete key doesn't delete. I have to actually go through the menu. So,
Oh, gross.
there's that.
Goodbye, people.
Oh no.
God.
Both of you failed to notice that you're dead
Yeah.
and have been the whole time.
You are already dead.
None of these people are real.
Unfortunately, too late. It seems that you did not notice that the entire tavern cleared, as guess that would probably be there. The twang of a crossbow.
Oh, god damn it.
Who is it
thuds
directed at?
at Madame Beldam. Oh no, right here. The crossbow bolt thuds between Madame Beldam and Udanar, and you may now roll initiative as the barkeep leaps to take cover. Initiative, roll NPC initiatives.
I'm gonna try this dice tower.
Oh boy, my first double digit.
Woo woo.
Nice.
Right when you needed it too.
Weird, the dice tower doesn't tell me what I rolled.
Yeah, no, it just sends it to the DM.
Weird. Okay.
All right. Looks like the assassin acts first.
Fuck.
1, 2, 3, 4. Leaping off of the table, and like she jumps up onto the table and then balances on the chair, and then as the chair tips over backwards, she slashes with her short sword, and then turns it around for like a backslash as well. hit. At
I'm
Lavinia.
gonna make that. Well, fuck no, because it. God damn it. Fucking +6. It would still hit my AC if I change it.
Mhm. All right. As she deals 25 damage with the blade.
Lavinia goes spinning.
And the poison works its way into her body. The second attack dealing just 1. 4, and then poison. Oh wait, did it not? Excuse me? Is she not targeting Beldam anymore? Oh, okay. A successful save. But unfortunately, the poison does its work and Lavinia goes down.
Good lord.
Yeah, good luck, Udnar.
Madame Beldam succeeds on her death saving throw, resisting the effects of, resisting the call of the afterlife. Udinar, you have the initiative.
Does that automatically happen when her turn happens? That it rolls her death save?
Yes.
Okay, because I have this. So she saved just automatically.
Okay.
Or I guess I can do that.
Yeah.
There's no thing to like cast it, but I'll do that as my bonus action.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So I can't actually load that window. Does that give me another save or?
No, you touch a living creature has 0 hit points. The creature becomes stable, has no effect on undead or constructs.
I'm going. Holy shit. I was telling Rumble that I'm actually not like spec'd out to deal with this right now, so this is real bad. Okay.
Oh, I left somebody in the bar.
One person was still just really hammered.
One person to tell the
I
tale.
I thought that was maybe another archer.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna use my healing word on her as my bonus.
Okay. I mean, that's probably better.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast it at a 4th level.
Okay.
So, and I think I have something that interacts with that. I just want to make sure. It's one of my, not feats, but grave specific.
Features.
Yeah. When you would normally roll 1 or more dice to restore hit points to a creature with 0 hit points, you use the highest number possible instead. Yeah, okay. So she gets 16. Wait, 4 times 4. Yeah, 16 hit points back automatically.
Is there no... So healing word doesn't have anything attached to it? Like it doesn't add a modifier?
1d4 per spell level.
No, it's 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So it'd be 16 plus your Wiz mod.
Oh, yeah, I get what you mean. Yes. So 16 plus 4, so 20. So that should bring her back up. And
what's depressing is that's almost half my health.
Then I'm going to use my... Oh, I have to actually target her for this, I think.
Yes.
Going to use... Nope, I can't use that because I used a
you have to
leveled
use a
spell.
cantrip if you're gonna...
So I'm going to have to go here And I'm going to touch of the grave this bitch and try to grab her with my hand.
Okay.
God damn it.
She twists her body away from you, evading your grasp.
That's my turn.
All right. The assassin, seeing that there is an enormous, like 7-8 foot tall beefcake in front of her, looks over her shoulder toward the door and then looks back at you, and then slashes 2 times with her short sword at Udanar. A miss and a hit. As the first one, I'm guessing, clangs off your armor. The second one does find a bit of flesh. And the poison just racks your body with pain. Just almost like it eats away at your flesh where the wound was created.
Oh, good.
She's going to bail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Madam Beltham, you have the initiative.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh no.
Do it.
I'm going to cast polymorph on the assassin and immediately make their roll a 6.
Okay. What is the save?
15. Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. Well, okay, what are you turning what are you turning her into?
Fish.
Yes.
Okay. That's not a fish. I need How about this? Oh my god, it's gonna be huge. Uh-oh, where did everybody's tokens go?
Everyone vanished.
We all
Everyone has
shrunk.
become one fish. Oh, they're just very small.
Because I put the fish on and it's enormous. Let's see. Can I reset? No. Release token
Oh,
scale. There
God.
we go.
Oh shit.
Fish. I can't even make it any smaller.
Okay.
Ah!
Oh my god.
Why?
It's a high def fish.
And the assassin got so big. Okay, there's a fish.
I'm just gonna pretend it's a small goldfish.
Yes. Why? Why does it keep getting enormous? Lock token scale, please. Okay. There, giant fish.
Okay. And I guess for the interest, because I'm assuming for their turn they're gonna flop, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I'm gonna take the oat jar that I've been carrying for months now, fill it with water from the bar, and put the fish into the oat jar.
Okay, you now have a goldfish in a jar. What are you gonna
And
do?
I'll tell Udnar we have less than an hour to figure out what to do with her.
Okay. Jesus. I was not
Do
expecting
we want to
that.
find Oriana?
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
What the fuck? Do I need to restart my client?
Maybe. All right. So let's just say that this is going to happen like 6 seconds ago, because there should have been some time in between. So as the assassin is turned into a fish, Udanar, you catch the briefest glance at the door. The briefest glimpse, whatever. Glamps. Let's go with glamps. That's what I said first. At the door of. You're pretty sure you saw Oriana just like watching through a crack, and as the assassin turned into a fish, she quickly disappeared.
Oh shit. So when Beldam says, "Do you think we should tell Oriana or whatever?" I'll just kind of shake my head and say, "I think we need to meet up with Pedalin now and have a discussion outside of the city."
All right, I'll trust you on that. Are we trying to be as quick as possible?
Yes.
Then you're going to have to trust me.
Oh, I hate when you say that.
I like the little blue fish there.
There we
Yeah,
go.
it's really
I
good.
have a fish now. All right, so you have a fish in a bottle, and the response is, "We need to find Pedalin now." Okay.
And yes,
so we
I
know
trust you.
the general direction. Like, if we're in town, we know what direction like they would be in.
Well, there's a lift just outside of the inn that I've actually put on the map. So if you want to go out, one of the smaller lifts is right
Not
here.
concerned about the lift.
Oh no.
Well, then,
Like,
a
we know what
feeling I
basic
know.
cardinal direction.
do you give me a survival check?
That was more ambiguation, but I'm saying, like, when we leave the town, we head in this way.
I don't know, I'm pretty
Well,
disoriented
see-
up top.
Yeah, I was gonna say treetop is winding and twisting. So I mean, maybe when you're on the ground, yes, you know your way. Yeah, Madam Beldam, you have a lingering indication of which direction north might be, and thus you know that your friends are east of town.
Okay, we're gonna head to the east edge. I'm gonna grab
my.
Udinar's hand, and I'm gonna say, "Jump."
Oh fuck. Yeah, okay.
So as you leave the tavern, heading towards the east edge, there is an eerie stillness in the town, as though things have every spin in my floors. Um,
Oh god.
yeah. There we go. Put that back put that thing back where it came from.
Or so help me.
So you head out, and don't forget your fish. You're gonna head east. So as you get ready to start running east, you notice again that strange quietness in town, and what is striking you as odd is there appear to be several guards up ahead that are just kind of milling about around the lift. Excuse me. Assassin can be disappeared. Excuse me. Now you need to go east. There. So, you step out of the tavern proper. Why is Udinar diamond? Why is diamond? Carrying your fish in a jar. You see guards on either side of you, as well as straight ahead. They don't immediately seem to have noticed you, but the moment you start heading east, the ones to the west call out, "Wait, they're alive!" and start jogging toward you, drawing their swords.
All right, we're jumping now.
So go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
Initiative. Nope, I rolled yours by mistake. Initiative, roll NPC initiatives. Lavinia should have just kept the one I rolled for her. All right.
I didn't see what you rolled for me.
Yeah, by mistake. Udinar, you have the initiative.
Fucking pick me up and jump.
Yeah, that's what I'm. When you say we gotta jump or whatever, I just grab you and jump, run and jump off. Being a man of faith, I have faith in you.
All right, so Udinar is going to pick up Lavinia. That does half your moving speed.
Okay.
I looked that up. So carrying an object does cut your movement speed in half.
Okay, that's fine. So.
And then you're going to
2,
leap.
3. Yeah, I can still make it to the edge and leap. Sure.
Okay, so wish me a happy landing. All right, that was Udinar's turn. He leaps. Guard 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to get to the edge. He's going to try throwing a spear.
Oh, God.
Oh, sorry, that should actually be a disadvantage. He misses. Guard 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. He's going to try throwing a spear at disadvantage.
Jesus Christ.
Manages to hit anyway.
The hell?
What the? Dropped a 20.
Dealing 2 damage as it glances, deals a glancing blow, leaving a long cut in Udinar's arm.
Ow.
Guard number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 30 feet, so throw a spear. That's a hit. Dealing 5 damage, 6 damage to Udinar.
That wasn't at disadvantage.
Both guard 2 and 3 shouldn't be because they're within 30 feet. Unless I'm misreading spear. 2060. You're right. Let me roll another one. We'll just see. All right, get your 6 HP back, Udinar. Thank you for keeping me honest. Guard 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is that even within? Yes, but it's at disadvantage. And that's a hit.
Dropped a 20.
Amazing.
Again.
Dang.
2 more is another glancing blow. Guard 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't have line of sight. Guard 6. 1, 2. Sight. Guard 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one is not a disadvantage. but he misses anyway as the spear sails past. Madame Beldam, as Udinar takes a leap of faith and several spears fly by, what do you do?
I'm waiting until we get closer to the ground, and then I
Okay.
Oh,
will
God.
reaction cast Featherfall.
Okay, so you ready Featherfall to be cast on reaction. Okay. You fall fast enough that you're well out of spear range. So yeah, we can call that the end of combat as the two of you slowly plummet, and then suddenly your momentum is arrested and you slowly drift peacefully to the bottom of Treetop, wherein you find it is largely deserted.
And we're gonna book it east as quickly as we possibly can.
Yeah, you seem to know the
Okay.
way, so I'll follow.
Okay. So the group speeds east, doing the best they can to get there in a timely manner, running their best. Let's say probably, if you're hurrying, let's say you're a competent group and you get there in a 7-minute mile, carrying all the shit that you're carrying, sporting the wounds that you're sporting. So it's not, it's still before midnight. The group reaches a heavily wounded pair in Petalin and Egg.
But they're like up and breathing and stuff.
Yes.
Oh, thank God you're alive.
We don't have much time to talk. We were attacked. The assassins of fish. The guards tried to attack us too.
Oh, good.
What?
We need to move away from where they know you're making camp with follower.
Well, let's go then. And she like coughs up blood.
So, I'm guessing we should just move like, I don't know, a couple miles more down into the wilderness or something. Like, where are we going?
Just keep going
moving?
east.
Yeah,
Okay.
heading towards Eldrick's Woods, I think.
What
Okay.
are we doing with the fish?
How much time do we have left?
Maybe half an hour. How fast is the current in this river?
It flows at a moderate clip.
So maybe a couple of miles an hour.
Sure, like you can safely wade in it.
But
it's
if
it's definitely moving.
can I make an intelligence check? If I drop this tiny fish into it, would it be swept away by that current?
Give me a nature check.
Also, did you turn it to a freshwater fish or a saltwater fish?
It's in a jar of like fucking tap water right now.
Yeah.
Freshwater.
So
water.
Your best guess is that it would be very challenging for a fish of this size to rather the fish would have to know what the fish is doing in order to stay put.
All right, as we're crossing the bridge, I'm gonna like go and put the goldfish, I guess, since that was the icon, into the water.
Like in the jar or just
No,
dump
like
it out of.
I'm keeping the jar. I'm not letting go of this jar.
It's in a good jar.
Okay, so you dump the fish into the water.
Poor fish.
Goodbye, fish.
Let's see. Is it a talented fish or is it a bad fish? It's not a very good fish. So you see it struggling against the current, but definitely losing as it starts to get pushed downstream.
Goodbye, fish.
Oh, polymorph, I fucking love you.
Have fun explaining this to people later, fish.
Surprised the four of you didn't just gangbang the fish.
I was,
violently.
wondering if we were going to do something like that, but This
We're
seemed to
not
work.
looking too great. The other idea was to feed it to follower, but I'm not sure how reverting back into human form inside a follower would have gone.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, I appreciate you thinking of his health.
It's more I didn't need him exploding on us.
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
take it. All right, so we're
Mhm.
going?
Yeah.
We're going.
So what's the plan?
So, when we find a place to just kind of stop for a moment, I'm gonna explain that we had a discussion with Oriana. She seemed to leave in not the best spirits with us, and then we were attacked by an assassin. It seems like the bar or the tavern had been emptied out almost, like as if there was a plan that something was going to happen, and I spotted her for a moment watching to see if the assassin had done its job. So we were attacked by, in my opinion, Oriana through means of an assassin.
Do you think that the original assassin that came to the dinner with Lautrick was also sent by her?
I nod my head and say, and the ones that came for me.
Well, I think we ought to find a kind of a hidden place just off the main path here and set up the hut and try to hunker down for the night. Heal up a little bit, rest, and figure out what we're going to do tomorrow.
Agreed. It seems like we've
But
been
I-
exiled from Treetop.
Oh.
Yeah, you roboted. Egg just wants to throw out the idea that maybe Oriana wasn't initially with the ones that went after the assassins that went after you, but perhaps has decided to ally with Lautrick instead of us, thinking that he is less of a risk to the ward.
Oh no, I think she's definitely with Resbarium, 100%, considering they were in, when we first met them, they were together.
Yeah.
I would believe that, but I agree with Egg that she probably wasn't behind the assassins coming after you, because that seems more like a
How's the scales thing?
yeah. Thank you.
Why are we
Anyway.
ruling out that she's not with the House of Scales?
Are you rolling fall damage for the fish?
Don't ask me what I'm doing.
Did the
Well,
fish go off a waterfall?
if
Don't
it
ask me
did,
what I'm doing.
if it did, that makes me very happy.
I mean, that's a
Um,
yes.
Anyway, we should get off the main road,
Yeah.
I think.
All right. As the group heads out, off the main road deeper into Eldrick's woods, both Udinar and Lavinia suddenly pitch forward and fall unconscious, blood trickling from their ears, noses, and eyes.
Oh shit. Okay, well, I mean that's why I saved this. I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna twin cast healing word at 3rd level for the two of them. And that should be oh yeah, I've got plenty. Okay.
So twinning it should just
I think it double rolled by
Duplicate
accident,
it.
so they just the first one they
the 6.
the 6.
Okay. Yeah. 9. Guess it's okay. So yeah, just the one hit. So yeah, I suppose you flare back to life at the healing caress of Pedalin. Your body's only mere moments ago having been racked by severe pain in the gut.
I am so fucking sick of this town.
I'm gonna see if I know what this is, like poison wise. If I know it's poison.
You do not. You have
Okay.
no idea what caused it. You can guess that it was some form of poison, but unfortunately could not identify it based off of its effects.
Looks like the assassin had one more trick up her sleeve.
I mean, that would explain why she tried to run away.
Well, we can put together that it was probably from like the food that we had consumed at the tavern, right? Well, we just drank there.
I suppose that would make sense because it didn't happen to Egg and I.
We were
Yeah.
both cut with the assassin's blade, though.
It
Well,
could
so
be either
were
one.
we. Well, not the same assassin though, so I guess it could be either.
Yeah. Lavinia was a higher end target.
All right, so
But
the
it
group
It
continues
was clearly
onward.
a trap.
Finds what you all agree to be a fairly safe distance from town. Just a few miles out into the middle of the woods, and sets up camp. Everybody is a little worse for wear, likely on edge, and the night itself is rather still and eerily calm. So what do you do?
We have to come up with a plan. Do you think even if Beldam did win the election by some miracle of a chance, that it would be respected that she is an elder, or do you think we'll be attacked again, no matter what?
I think we'll be attacked again. I mean, if what do you say? I mean, if Oriana and the guards tried to kill us, then what's to prevent them from trying again when we go back?
Being an elected official makes it treason.
Well, her silent sons are going to be all over the woods around the base of Treetop. They could easily see us coming and attack us before we even get to town, so no one
Yeah.
would even know.
Yeah.
Worth
True.
noting that you weren't attacked by Silent Suns. You were attacked by normal human guards.
No, I know, but I mean,
Yeah.
if they reported to her that we were coming, she could send people to,
This feels like more of something connived by the particulars of Treetop and not necessarily of involving the Silent Suns, who are more guard the entire area and are less loyal to just Treetop.
Sounded
Sure.
like a lot of denizens of Treetop don't particularly care for Oriana and the second son, or the Silent Sons, though.
Yes.
So
So
I'm not really sure
also
that they're
there's that.
even at fault necessarily.
the citizens.
Just at large, yeah.
Which, by the way,
Wait.
mechanically, we wouldn't have a fire.
That's fine. It's just a map.
Okay.
Well, did you set up the tiny hut?
Yeah, because if we're within the dome, it's like comfortable temperature and lit inside.
Oh, it's so lit. There's our
Great.
dome.
Now the tiny hut is invisible from the outside.
No, it is visible, but I can make it whatever color.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a few minutes to heap brush and whatnot on top of it to try and camouflage it a little bit more.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything like nature or whatever to see how
How about a stealth check?
That's a stealth. Where are you?
It's in the essence.
I found it.
All right. So Pedalin sets about utilizing the knowledge of her days spent in the woods back home and camouflaging gnome encampments from the wandering eyes of human traders to do her best job of camouflaging the magical dome cast by Lavinia. You feel as though you have done an excellent job, and it is difficult to spot from anywhere but up close.
Okay.
I don't know.
So what's
I
the
don't know.
plan?
Lick our wounds for now.
Yeah, we should discuss what we're doing tomorrow, I
Yeah.
think.
If we have a way, I don't, but if we have a way to get into Treetop, not disguised as someone else, just to question villagers and find out who won the election, that seems worthwhile. Otherwise, I think waiting for Eldrick to arrive and his group is a decent plan for now.
The problem I'm arriving at is if we think there's any value at all of Beldam being an elder still, and she's not there, and it by some miracle she won, I'm sure that it's just going to go the next candidate anyway. So the idea of us not going back at all, we're 100% giving it to somebody else. And if we're fine with that, then I guess we're fine with that. That's okay, probably.
I'm confused. You're saying that if she wins, she should concede?
No, if she wins and she's not there to claim it, they're just going to give it to the next person, assuming she's dead. I'm 100% sure of it.
How will that make us look in the eyes of Oriana if we don't, show up to this thing that we've clearly been trying so hard to get? Do you think that will make her look on us more favorably? Or
I
worse?
couldn't care less about Oriana at this point.
Well, let's assume that we don't go back in the morning.
Yes, okay.
So it doesn't matter whether or not Lavinia has won, because
Sure.
they'll assume that she's missing and or dead, and give it to Loudtrick or Raspberrium.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page on whether or not we care if she gets it at this point or not.
Well, I think we were all to the point where we were only doing it to speak to Lena.
Right.
I think that's our only goal right now, and that was our quickest route to that goal.
Which
Sure.
it went so well. So I guess a better plan is, if we don't go back in the morning, how do we get back in to speak to Lena? Are we just going to rely solely on Grills being able to do it? Because I think that if we don't go back in the morning and we try to go back later, we are definitely not getting in to see her.
Agreed.
Here, I'm having a thought.
Okay.
I don't think any of us are going to be particularly good at sneaking in, disguised or otherwise, to kind of get a beat on things. But if the madam could change into a bird, she could go and listen in the treetops, find out who won, and then come back safely.
As she's saying this, I want to recollect if I, excuse me, heard any birds or anything like that in Treetop or the surrounding area.
Sure.
I want to know if there was a bird suddenly there, if that would be suspicious for the denizens of Treetop.
Oh no, there are definitely birds in the treetop.
Okay.
Treetop.
Okay, then I won't say anything. I'll agree.
I mean, it is an option, and it keeps us out of risk.
Mm-hmm.
Which, in this first hour, I'm definitely going to be rolling fucking hit dice.
So, let's assume, for the sake of forming a plan,
Uh-huh.
that the madam reports back after being a bird, and she has won the election.
Uh-huh.
What do we do? What's the plan? Do we then go into Treetop and try to claim her right as elder?
Yeah, this is where I don't know.
I think we do. And I think I'll suck it up and go with everyone. Get my adrenaline pumping high enough.
Is there like a spell one of you two could put on him where he can not freak out for a moment whenever we have to do something?
I mean, I have the friends cantrip, but I don't see how that would help us.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunately a first level spell that none of us have access to.
No, I think I actually have access to it. So I'll take a look when I do my clerical praying for different spell stuff later.
Mm.
I might have something to actually help out with that.
There is a second level spell.
I think I have that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah,
whatever.
that was
It's
the
called
one.
Calm Emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't thinking of that one.
But yeah, I think I could probably help out with that, actually.
Yeah, if we can go in all together, then I think if she won, we should do that.
I don't disagree. I fear we will be killed on the spot before we get up there by the guards. Unless we find like an alternate way up and just don't take like the main
Right.
elevator.
Well, if I do go the transformation route and do a quick look out onto the village and see what the mood is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, gathering the mood of Treetop would also be, general.
I don't know if they would be so brazen to try and do anything in the middle of the day.
I could make the chance to sneak up stealthily myself. It would leave me completely unarmored and unarmed, though.
Doesn't
If we
sound
had
like
to.
a great idea.
Sounds like a bad idea.
The bird idea seems better.
I don't know that bird will be able to hold me.
Okay, so she reports back in the morning. She's won the election. We try to go back to Treetop. Maybe as
Cute
we
little
get
shovel.
close. Huh?
Oh, I have a little shovel.
Maybe we send for the Silent Suns and get them to escort us up. Because the guards are,
Right, but if Oriana is the captain and she's involved, we don't know what kind of orders they may have.
the Silent Suns.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And here's the thing. I don't necessarily want to go in shovels blazing either, because I understand that... Oh, I guess we haven't discussed this. The reason why I think we got attacked is because Belgium decided to give the plan to Oriana that we needed to see the ward and perhaps leave Treetop on or completely defenseless.
You
So
didn't mention completely defenseless.
I don't completely
She-
blame her for doing what she did.
Yeah.
It just seems shady that she used an assassin and not the city guard to do it.
Well, it looks like she tried to use both.
Yeah, so I don't 100% blame them. I don't want to just go in attacking everybody, but
Well, no.
we should be ready to bust some heads if we need to, I suppose.
Well, the whole point that we're trying to bring back Spira is to help Treetop and Red Shore and Creekside
She didn't
And
care about Spira. She cared mainly about the idea that the ward might go down and completely expose Treetop to every horrible thing out here.
which is a big concern.
It is.
Did you tell her that, we would, whoever was speaking to Lena, that all of the rest of us would be on hand to help guard Treetop as long as we were talking
Well,
to her?
she asked for a plan B, and we unfortunately didn't have one. So, no. She's under the impression, I think, that we are looking to get to the ward and then leave.
Well, doesn't the droppers only work for like an hour? The eye drops? Or am I making that up in my head?
I'm sure
No,
she
you're
doesn't
correct.
care.
We didn't share particulars.
She was
We gave her
hesitant to
broad
listen
strokes.
to a lot of it anyway, though, to be fair.
Well,
What I'm saying is
Sounds
that
like
we
you
can't
gave
fully
her too much information and not enough at the same time.
Yep, agreed.
I have an idea that maybe keeps us from having to go in shovels a-blazing, as it were.
Yeah.
Madam goes in as a bird, gets the general feeling and consensus of who won the election, comes back.
Huh.
We send word via the Silent Sons that, if she's won the election, great. She is going to start making quote unquote rounds around the general area. As an active elder would, going and keeping the border safe and doing all that kind of stuff like she promised during the debate.
Mm-hmm.
Which buys us time to go talk to Grills and form a plan about seeing Lena. And if she hasn't won, well, then we send word through the Silent Sons that, hey, congratulations so-and-so for winning. We're going to, honor and respect the fact that you've won, gracefully bow out, blah, 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 leave. And still go talk to Grills and form a plan. Thoughts?
Run that by me in Cliff Notes again.
In the morning, when the madam reports back, we send a message through the Silent Sons
No,
about...
I said Cliff Notes. So Madam goes back in the morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. By herself?
As a bird.
Okay. So she's going in as a bird.
Yes.
Okay. She comes back, gives the group the news.
Yes. We go to the very edge of Treetop and attract some attention, talk to a Silent Sun, send word via the Silent Sun to the town what we're doing.
Okay.
Unless anyone else has any other ideas.
I have a feeling we have to play it a little more by ear. I like the idea of her surveilling the situation, and then maybe we can come up with something from there.
Okay. So we'll start with step 1 and just see how it goes in the morning.
I'm not too keen to talk to Silent Sons or the
Right.
guard right now, so
Well, we don't talk to the guard. We don't want to go close enough into town.
So what you should know is that there's not enough time from now until when the election results should be made public, which is supposed to be at first light, to fully have a long rest.
Can we do a short rest?
Yes.
I definitely need
There's
to do
plenty
a
of
short
time
rest.
to short rest.
Okay. I think Lavinia needs to rest. Well. Okay, first things first. Mechanically, we're gonna do this, and you guys talk about some plans while I go through my clerical shit about changing spell slots out and all that crap. Because this takes a moment.
Dice.
Okay.
Forgot where it is. Oh, preparation here.
Hey, wow. Did you seriously just roll 3 tens on
Apparently,
D10s?
yes.
Holy shit! Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Impressive.
All right. So what's next? Is everybody rested?
I mean, if we're not gonna actually long rest, I'll roll 2 more. All right.
Yeah, fuck it. Fully healed.
Remember, you only get half of those back on a long rest.
Yeah.
And I wish you guys
mean,
would
if
just
any
like
time to
chill with
use
that,
them,
because I was
now is the
obviously
time.
gonna heal all of us for a second.
Mm.
But I said I
Say
needed a
there's
you
second.
want
slots.
to, if you want to, I'm still pretty hurt.
Okay,
Yeah,
good
I
to
was-
know.
You got to announce your intentions much more clearly, Paul. You usually say, I'm going to do this, and then you look for your spell and link it.
Yeah.
If you say, I'm going to heal everybody, then they're less likely to just roll all their hit dice.
Well, I mean, I said I need to go through some stuff, so talk about some plans while I do that. But I'm gonna change
They all
out
licked
my
their
plan now.
wounds.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That actually changes what I'm gonna grab then, which is okay
Okay.
in its own.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So are you?
Huh?
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
I can
confused.
help.
Are you, okay.
I'll help you out. It's
Thank
fine.
you. I'm sorry, I'm bleeding on the floor.
No,
over
no, no.
here.
It's fine. Just that,
All right,
like,
well,
if everybody was gonna heal anyways, I don't have to grab my mass healing stuff, basically. So I'll just give you some uppers
thank
in a second.
you.
Egg is over here psyching himself up.
Hell yeah, man.
I guess I should spend a little bit of time with follower to see if we can finish working on stay.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like we're gonna need that in the future.
Okay.
I mean,
'Cause
we
he
have
already
the
knows-
night to kill.
He already knows drop it, doesn't he?
No, we didn't
Did
finish
we?
dropping.
We didn't finish drop it. Okay.
No.
Well, let's finish stay and then we'll finish drop it. I'm gonna give myself a guidance boop. And then we're gonna try and work on that, I guess. What's that? So 17 for animal handling for stay.
Yeah, I think I told you guys there was just
Like
there's
maybe
just
one more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's good. He knows stay now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add that to my notes. Okay. So did anybody else have anything that they wanted to suggest or any ideas that they had before we go with the surveillance plan?
Not,
Oh,
not right now, no.
okay. How do we think that Lautrick fits into all of this? Because clearly he disappeared before the election only to show up magically the day of. Thank you.
I'm not sure what to think of him, since clearly with Raspberrium alive, the likelihood of the assassins being caused by him is more likely, since they did try to kill Lautrick. And it seems like there's a faction of Treetop that is certainly looking out for Treetop's interests above anything
Yeah.
else.
Right.
Yeah, with Raspberrium being all traditional tree top forever,
Yeah.
you know, it certainly seems like he and Oriana could definitely be in cahoots about letting those that they wanted to win.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think that, because obviously the first assassins tried to kill the madam during her dinner with Lautrec, do you think it's possible that that was a show that he put on to convince us that he wasn't part of the assassination plot, or do you think he really wasn't part of it?
Well, we have no way of knowing.
Yeah, I think it's possible.
Considering what
It's
Egg
either
may have
one.
seen.
It could have been either one.
Okay.
I don't feel confident either way.
Yeah.
Neither do I. I just, it was a thought that I had. But anyway, I think we're probably ready to just rest up for tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So, not having enough time to really get a full rest, everybody just kind of tries to pass their time and do their best of getting what sleep they can. Eventually,
We
the sun
will be on watch too.
Okay. I mean, nothing comes by during the night. You guys buried yourself pretty well in the woods. Eventually, the first signs of sunrise begin to show as birds begin to chirp and other woodland animals begin to stir. And so you know that now is the time for Lavinia to get back if she's going to do so.
You sure you're up to it?
I mean, no, but we're low on options.
Yep. We should
I think we should get closer to the town. I don't have much time on the spell,
Okay.
so the shorter a distance I need to cover, the better.
Okay. We also should devise a sign or something to know that we need to come in to help you if something happens. Is there something you're able to do to kind of show us that you're in trouble, or do we just have to assume that if you're not back by a certain time?
Well, I only have an hour on the spell.
If you're not
Okay.
back in an hour,
Do any of you have an hourglass?
No. That's why I don't know like what an hour would be, I guess. Is there not like a firework you can set off or something to let us know any sign if there's trouble?
I mean, I can definitely make a ruckus, but
Yes, I've noticed.
Could I carve a little sundial?
You're in the woods.
Overcast? Gotcha.
I mean, trees.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, could she take the whistle?
I have
and
an
just
idea.
Blow it really hard?
I'll grab a piece of timber and say, when this burns completely out, we'll light it when you leave. We're coming in if you're not back.
I mean, do you know how long that thing's gonna burn?
Nope. That's why she should hurry.
Okay. I mean,
We probably have a rough idea how long a piece of wood takes to like fully turn to ash. We've lit fires before.
I mean, you can pick a piece of wood, but you never know what the internal, if it's going to be easy to burn, slow to burn. So, I mean, it's as good of a indicator as anybody's got. since Beldam seems reluctant to volunteer, hey, if I'm in trouble, I'll cast this spell. So, yeah, I think it's the best the group has.
Okay.
Can
So how far do we need to move up?
non-concentration Can non-concentration spells be dismissed early?
Like what?
Like if I had a tiny servant.
Oh my god.
Tiny servant again.
This fucking tiny servant.
Oh, you fucks are lucky I didn't prep it.
Aw.
Never mind.
Unless otherwise stated, non-concentration spells cannot be dismissed early.
Good to know.
Do you have any visual thing that lasts an hour?
Also, that we
I mean,
would
just
know.
why not just
Oh.
cast the spell into the air? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
Because it takes a fucking action. If I'm in the shit, I want to use my action to save myself. Okay. Light is a cantrip that lasts 1 hour and is non-concentration.
There you go.
Okay.
Hey, not bad.
In that case, I'll just like cast a light when you leave on a piece of stick, like on a stick, and
Yeah.
then when it goes out, we're moving in.
Yep.
I like
That
it.
works.
Fucking medieval time telling. All right.
There you go.
Fantasy time telling. They didn't have the light spell in
Yeah,
medieval
I was
times.
gonna say medieval. You know, it's history.
All right. That's our plan. We're going to get how close?
That's you have to tell us.
You guys
Well-
are probably 45 minutes from treetop walking right now.
Okay. I don't know what the fly speed of like a average size bird would be. Like if I were a
owls are
crow or
60,
something.
ravens are 50.
I will be an owl.
Okay.
So what's the math on that? If I'm
Well,
double
it's
dashing,
double. Yeah. Well, so walking, you're 45 minutes away. So flying, you're half of that,
So 25.
and actually probably closer to 20 minutes because you don't have to follow the winding path of the ground. So let's say you're 20 minutes away flying.
So we should half that to where it's only about 10 minutes of flying.
Sure.
yeah,
Because that way
probably.
we're not
Sure.
too close on
And-
the ground.
And that puts you guys maybe 10 minutes from the bridge where the creek is.
Sure.
Okay.
That works.
Okay, so that's where the group goes. It is obvious that there are several druids nearby, based off the just the general atmosphere of the woods compared to the normal hostility of a place like this, especially after the blight has faded. You can see lots and lots of new growth despite it being winter. Like the druids are heavily influencing the area and trying to revitalize and bring life back to Eldrick's Woods and the surrounding. So you don't encounter anything nasty.
Nice. That's why I wanted to go this way.
Okay.
So Lavinia sets off in flight, unimpeded, finding herself landing near the same pedestal podium setup that she had her debate in. She finds there are several villagers gathered around, as well as the 4 elders themselves. Oriana is there, and Raspberrium is there. And other than that, there's no sign of Lautric, and of course, no sign of Lavinia. The elders, looking around as the sun just crests over the treetops. One of them steps forward to the podium to announce, friends, Romans, countrymen, no, but friends, villagers, those of you local and those who traveled far, to witness, the election to bring in a new elder. We have grave news to bring you, and we will leave that to our captain of the guard here to pass along the message. And Oriana kind of puffs herself up and steps up to the podium, her voice booming, but still quiet. One of the elders reaches out and taps her on the shoulder, and then suddenly her voice is much louder and carries much further. As she says, "My friends, my villagers, grave news. It seems as though the rightful winner of last night's election is no more. The foreigner and artifactor Lavinia Beldam was unfortunately cut down in her prime by the venomous snake Lautric and his House of Scales. For some months, we have been tracking their activities here and their devious deeds and watching them as they tried to get closer and closer to our heart relic so that they could disrupt the ongoing lives of all of us here enjoying our peace."
I'm going to cut her off and swoop in and break
Okay.
polymorph.
Oh God.
Fuck. No.
Okay, let me do a little.
I gotta say, Rumble, I was not expecting that. Oh shit.
This is gonna be awesome. However it goes down, I'm so ready.
Wait a minute. This one.
Meanwhile, half an hour away. How do you think it's going? Well, it's probably okay.
Who's a good boy follower? Who's a good boy?
Or
I'm gonna grab a soda real quick.
yeah, will you get me one too?
BRB.
Yeah, because it's gonna take me like a minute to set up because I wasn't ready for this.
Dude, none of us were. Since when does Rumble do anything like that? Come on.
I was debating if I should just let it go, but
You
You've
didn't
been
even want to
playing too
hear what
much
she
Kingdom
had to
Hearts.
say?
nah, she's just spewing shit.
Well, you might miss out on something important, but all right. Yeah, this is probably enough, but I want a little bit more. And this one, thank you, sweetheart. Go away. Thank you. Sharing, share, and of course, Lavinia. Oh, excuse me. Lavinia. Bloop. No longer a bird. Swoops down, landing in front of Oriana and Raspberrium. And no longer an owl. There are several collective gasps among the people that are being rotated. What I mean, yeah, you have the floor. You have won the element of surprise.
Quite the tall tales you seem to weave here.
So that's it. Quite the
I mean,
tall
yeah.
tales you seem. Okay,
I
so she draws
exist.
her sword, and in drawing her sword, she shouts out, "An imposter! Through malevolent magics, Lautric strikes back even in death." All right, give me a moment here, because they set up all these defenses thanks to the help from Udinar.
You're welcome.
And so, in the trees around,
I think Beldam's dead, you guys. Holy fuck.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
She went out the way she lived.
this one actually
Which
needs
is
to be
which is
deleted.
how?
Brash, but still with nothing to say.
This one can be deleted. And Now I need my elders. Fuck, I don't even know what stat block I want to use for them because I wasn't ready for this. But okay. That's too high. That's probably closer. That'll work. Okay. This, and we'll just rename them to Elder 1, Elder 2, Elder 3, Elder 4. Not Elder 45, just Elder 4. Thank you. Two. Okay, so delete this. All right, Lavinia, go ahead and roll your initiative. Let's see if you get a chance to live.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good roll.
What's your bonus?
+2.
Have also +2, so we have to compete with D6s. All right, Brianna is first.
Well, shit.
Oh, you know what? It put her below you in the initiative order, and it won't let me move her up. So I guess
I
you
win
go
on
first.
a technicality.
Yep.
Woo!
So let
Best
me
way to win.
make visible here. All right. You have the initiative.
Ooh, how do we want to handle this?
Fireball them all to death.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
I'm
mute
sure that
and yell
would
at the TV.
Go great.
Oh shit, I need to put my battle music on.
What was the elder reaction to what she had said?
They all would have like gasped and begun murmuring amongst themselves while she draws her blade.
Okay, well, and I guess I'm gonna direct it towards them. I'm gonna say, "These are quite the bold lies from someone who wished to see me dead last night." And then I'm going to use my action to disengage, run, and fall off treetop again.
Yes!
Jesus Christ.
I love just imagining you like hiking up your skirt and doing this little hop over the edge.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll roll persuasion to them.
Sure.
And then it's
Okay.
going to be a reaction feather fall as I get close to the ground and make my way back to the group.
All right. So,
Oh my god.
Oriana's turn. She's gonna drop her sword, grab a spear out of the hand of the lieutenant next to her. 1, 2, 3, 4, and she's gonna chuck that bad boy. and say and scream out, "Don't believe the lies of the imposter." That's a hit. For 8 damage. The lieutenant, spearless, will draw his heavy crossbow. 5. He too will take a shot. Lavinia. There is a misfire in the crossbow, and the bolt just shatters on top of the barrel itself.
As I'm falling down, I'm gonna flip them off.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's
and
not
just
over
keep
yet.
falling.
Guard
Oh,
1
no.
reveals himself from within the trees. Come on. Gonna hurl his spear. Dealing 3 damage to Lavinia. Spear striking home, burying itself in her unarmored flesh. The second guard, next to the first guard, is going to do the same thing. Unfortunately, his spear sails wide and clatters off the trees before tumbling, hopefully harmlessly, to the bottom. 3 is too far, 4 is too far, 5 is too far, 6 is too far, 7 is not too far. Chucking his spear. Does that hit? Because apparently I didn't target you.
Oh, yeah, I've got fucking 12 AC.
Okay. 2 damage as the spear blade just scrapes you, not burying itself or embedding itself or impaling you in any way. And lastly, the 8th guard, just within range, throws his spear. It misses. There's wiggles his fingers and is no longer visible. The second elder wiggles his fingers and is no longer visible. Third elder, you guessed it, after finger wiggling, is no longer visible. And the fourth one peers over the edge looking at Lavinia and says, "Madam, you must return!" And then wiggles his fingers and turns invisible. Pedalin's not there, Udinar's not there, Egg's not there. Madame Beldam, tumbling, now with a spear sticking out of her and bearing yet another fresh wound, eventually gets close enough to the ground that she can reaction cast Featherfall, coast safely to where she is, and I'm assuming flee to the east.
Yep, and cast Healing Hands on myself.
Okay.
After pulling the spear out, of course.
Yeah, of course. What happened here? Everything went away. And close. All right. So I'm assuming then that you are now fleeing back towards the group on foot.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the plan?
Meet with them first, and then figure out what the fuck we're gonna do from there.
Okay. So as you flee in abject terror, I suppose.
Also gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay. One moment.
Did it not put the effect on me?
I don't know.
Maybe on your character sheet.
Nah, it should have been a self-target. There we
Oh.
go.
You roll for how many hours it lasts?
No, it just lasts 8.
Oh, just last
but
eight.
the
Okay.
effect needs to have a round counter on it.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you're fleeing in terror. You bail. Shortly thereafter, unmolested, as it seems most people were gathered for the election results, and even Oriana wasn't expecting what just occurred. You come across the bridge, only to see that there is an entire retinue of people waiting at it. Oh, these should be gone. Delete. Delete. This is what I was ready for. They don't seem to have noticed you as you run along the path. And you're able to quickly dip to the side and survey what is happening ahead of you. What do you do?
Which way are they facing?
They're facing outward towards the direction that you would be coming into, and they all just kind of look like they're standing around board.
Okay. What a pickle.
Yeah. How long has it been?
Well, she flew there in 10 minutes. She jumped off and ran back. That's probably another 20 minutes. So it's been
Half hour?
half an hour.
Okay. So the stick is still lit up, so we haven't moved.
Yep. Yep.
Shit. And what direction would the group have been from here?
We're 10 minutes
Been
east of here.
More
Yeah.
east, weren't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
But were we still like off the path?
Not by much.
Uh I mean, I guess I would probably try and make the smart call and double back a bit and probably attempt to go south around the group and cross at some point on the river.
Okay. So as you double back and head south, indeed, your worst predictions do come true, and you see that the river has picked up great speed and appears to be headed towards a, well, not entirely small, but not large waterfall.
So the fish did go off the waterfall.
Another 10 minutes has passed. Well, the fish is still on the map.
Good old fish.
Where's it going?
Oh my god, what the hell's happening? Oh, okay.
Does it not just teleport in place whenever I move tokens?
Nope. It
No,
slowly
they
scrolls.
slide.
That's great. It makes me want to move minis around a lot more.
Okay,
What
I
now,
know
Madam
for
Beldam?
the sake of the map, I'm like still on the board, but I would have gotten a decent distance away
Yeah.
from them. Is that like where
Yeah.
the waterfall is that far from them?
No, it's a bit further down. I'm just keeping you on the map.
Okay.
You traveled for about 10 minutes.
Okay. Uh, how far across is this gap?
Like 35 feet.
Man, I took all my fucking combat spells.
I'm still giggling about but I'm alive. See you later.
Yeah, no kidding.
I had a whole speech ready there, would have revealed information, and nope, I'm alive.
I sure am. Okay. Would there be a way for me to, with rope and mage hand, try and secure something that I could hold on to, attempting to cross the river?
I don't know that Mage Hand can sustain enough weight.
No, I mean like holding, like if there's something across the river to like loop the rope around.
The hand vanishes if it's more than 30 feet away from you.
Right. So I would try and like wade in and like get
Ah.
that extra reach.
So, make a strength check against
the
the force
worst.
of the river.
Worst fucking one.
Okay. Actually, that should have been a saving throw.
No,
But I don't think that changes
No.
it at all, does it?
it
No.
doesn't.
Okay. Lavinia swept off her feet. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh God.
Wow.
All right, you clutch onto the. Well, actually, I need to know, and don't bullshit me here. I'm assuming you had tied a rope to something, and were wading into the river. Or were you planning to have the mage hand carry the rope across the river and tie something to the other side?
I was gonna like tightrope from because I have like 50, I think 50 feet of rope.
Mm-hmm.
So like, so it's secure on both sides, so I could like
Okay.
stand
So
in the
the-
river and
so
hold and
y-
walk
Right.
across.
Okay. So you are swept off your feet, but hold on to the rope. You are now being dragged down the length of the rope because you don't have the strength to fight against the river pushing you. So it's eventually going to push you off of your rope, but you are, not just immediately swept down the river.
This is a predicament.
What a pickle.
Um,
So you need to do something quickly. You have one round before you're swept off of the rope.
how far am I from the waterfall?
Probably 30 feet. So once you get to the end of the rope, you'll be 30 feet from the waterfall.
I'm gonna let go of the rope and go down the waterfall.
What?
Oh, that's too many. Arrange my dice, please.
And as I'm going over the waterfall, I'm gonna cast Featherfall again.
Tell me that before I get ready to roll damage.
I figured you would know that I have Featherfall.
I don't know how many you have because you didn't get to recover all your spell slots.
It's only a first level.
Fair enough. Okay, so you get swept over the waterfall. You feather fall down. Can you control your trajectory at all while falling with Featherfall? Or are you going to float right back down into the river?
Falling creatures, rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round until the spell ends.
No, you can't. So right back into the river.
Yeah, but there's no waterfall.
Yeah, that's true. So you're gonna get swept down for a while. I'm gonna need you to make a couple of swim checks.
Okay.
And just to illustrate, we're gonna treat these as a pseudo death saving throw. You don't want to drown in the river.
Well, hold on. At the bottom of the waterfall, the current wouldn't be as quick as a straight stretch.
It's
'Cause
still
the
pushing
water
you
would be.
down.
I know, but like,
Are you telling me you know what's at the end of this next section of river?
no, I'm saying like at the bottom of the waterfall where the water is hitting,
Uh-huh.
where I would have featherfalled. Well, I guess is my mage hand would have still been up, right?
Is it concentration?
No.
Then I suppose so.
As I'm descending, can I have the mage hand nudge me towards the shore?
Mage hand.
It has 10
Man,
pounds of pushing force.
I mean, you're falling 60 feet per second, or 60 feet.
No, per
so
round.
you're falling 10 feet per second. I don't think it would make enough of a difference.
Okay. As I'm falling down, can I get my immovable rod out of my bag?
I'd say if you're falling 60 feet in a round, that you do have time to fish through your bag, yeah?
Okay, before I hit the bottom of the waterfall, then I will hold on and activate the immovable rod.
Okay. Sure. You retrieve the immovable rod and activate it. You are now suspended just above the water, doing a forever chin up, I suppose. What now?
How the fuck did it get to this, dude? This is like the epitome of that meme. Like, that's me. How did I get into this situation? Bullshit.
Yeah, I bet you're wondering how I got into this situation.
Yeah.
It all started when I turned myself into an owl.
The worst part about this is we're gonna march right into a group of guards because you couldn't warn us.
I know.
While I'm having my adventure at the waterfall area. How far
Which
would
we
you
don't
say
know
I
where
am
you
from?
are.
Yeah, I know.
You are several hundred feet away at this point. I mean, you wandered south for 10 minutes, got swept over a waterfall, which was 80 feet from where you even entered, and are now dangling precariously.
How are you alive? Like, you should have died like 3 times.
Yeah.
This is the most you should have died, and your HP hasn't even dropped. All right. So while you puzzle out what you're going to be doing there, the rest of the group is going to realize that Lavinia Beldam has not returned within her hour and begin moving forward.
Yeah.
I do want to kind of take a little bit of caution, though, because we don't know if that assassin who turned into a fish got out of the river and followed the river back.
Okay.
I don't understand what you're saying, because surely they
Yeah.
would have come back in the middle of the night looking for you, right?
Well, that she
Yeah.
would have
I'm not
followed the river
saying-
back to
I'm-
the road.
So here's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you can't do what you're talking about doing, but it reeks of metagaming.
Well, I'm trying
Egg
to
was
think
going
of
to
a
suggest we
reason.
approach Treetop from the north, so that we don't not to approach the city from the same way we've been approaching it.
Why?
This is the only safe avenue to get close.
Okay.
You guys didn't talk about going north or anything last night, so
Yeah, no, I was definitely under the impression we're just going to cross that bridge, so this looks completely right to me.
Well, all right, that's what we're doing then.
Okay.
I do want to
will
make the
give you this
argument we
much.
would see guards before, like, coming up. So
Oh yeah, you turn the corner and definitely spot guards. So you know what, I'll even give you guys the cover of tree. Having spotted them before just wandering straight up. But
In-
no, they are actually hiding from the other side, but because Lavinia came up behind them, they were visible. Originally, this entire encounter was going to be them stepping out from behind shit.
oh,
Mhm.
okay.
But we've seen them now.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I said, they're standing around bored.
Yeah,
Can I?
Like you can tell, like they're half-assed hiding.
sure.
Do
like-
we need to do stealth checks behind this cover?
Are you the kid that would ask the teacher if she was going to take up everybody's homework at the end of class?
Will you
No.
ignore that question this time?
Yes.
Because I will remind you guys I have disadvantage on stealth because of my armor.
I had given you the fact that you spotted a couple of them and just dove
Yeah.
into the trees. I wasn't gonna make you.
I mean,
roll
I could have
stealth.
made the argument that since, like, we probably felt something might be up, we'd be a little more
just-
careful, but
I just didn't want it to come back to bite us in the butt that we didn't make stealth checks and then we were screwed. You know.
No, I'm giving you hiding in the hiding behind the trees there.
okay, so we're hiding in the trees. Nothing's happened
We're
yet.
hiding in the trees.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll whisper, so what the hell are we going to do now?
Now here's an opportunity where you could say we should circle around north, and then you would
Yes.
recall that it's not nearly as safe to do so.
Mm-hmm.
It's doable, but it's just not safe.
How not safe are we talking, Egg? Compared to what we might be in for here.
it just
Egg
crossing
having
a
ventured
river?
north a bit? No, well, no, having been north, you know that north is much boggier.
Mm.
And
Does my
not-
ring of water walking let me just cross though?
Mhm.
A bog? Okay. So my suggestion is we can go north. I can bring a rope across to help you two and tie it on the other side for you two to cross.
Do you think maybe they just want to talk?
No. If we
Yeah,
go up to
that's
them,
probably
we're
fair.
going to have to murder them or they're going to kill us. I mean, I'm down, but it just seems kind of...
I'm down. Yeah, you
I
know,
don't think we
it'd be
can
so
take
easy.
on that many.
Yeah.
I don't think we should be out here trying to kill guards of Treetop if we can avoid it.
Do you think they're out here because they caught Beldam? So they're waiting for us to come for her?
I'm sure Treetop is very interested in securing itself while the election power of transfer happens or whatever.
Mm. You seem to know a lot about politics.
Well, we know that at the very least we know that they don't have Beldam because she's not here. So there's no point in engaging them. It won't help us
Yeah.
help her.
No, you're both right. We should probably take the suggestion and go north.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are gonna try to sneak north. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So now we sneak.
Yes.
Okay.
And
I
it's-
have a-
group skills check is not. We don't have. Some person can fail it, right? We need like 2 successes.
You need a majority of successes.
Majority of successes.
Oh, right. You have advantage.
Yeah.
So I gotta move dice out of the way because weird thing.
That's a bad
And
roll.
there's my disadvantage. Which still wasn't too bad, really.
Better than me.
Okay.
Man, trying to move these
13, 13.
dice onto like a layout to look nice is a fucking nightmare.
What do you mean?
To just like try to set it up so that they're in a particular order in a like layout on your screen somehow that isn't the default.
Oh, well, just set
Yep.
them how you want them and then set arrange position.
And it'll like arrange them in that line or whatever.
Like, well, if you, like, wherever they fall, I think.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could fuss with that later, but. Okay, so you guys are going to try to sneak past them to the north, which means we need to find out whether or not they spot you. And survey says it looks as though you were able to successfully navigate your way past them.
Nice.
Okay, so the group heads north into what quickly becomes like almost boggy marshland, where the salt water of the sea, which you may have heard them recently discussing, encroaches further and further inward. Each step is a soupy, mucky, splort, and you now know that heading westward from here is going to be a slow and methodical trek. There are several deeper pools of they almost like tidal pools, but they're locked, so like they don't drain back out. Just kind of dotting the landscape. So I suppose I would need survival checks to safely navigate. And as the group heads north, Madame Beldam, have you figured out what you're doing while dangling over?
A few
What is-
ideas.
Let's hear.
Can I try and make an acrobatics check to try and hook my, well, I guess like pull myself up and like hook myself around the rod so I'm like sitting on it as opposed to just hanging from it?
Sure. That's reasonable.
Oof.
Make a dexterity saving throw. All right, you are now you've managed to dangle, but you don't think you're going to be able to swing your legs up.
Okay.
I believe the formula is that you can hang for like triple your strength score in minutes or something like that. So,
Okay.
or double.
How, roll wise, how could I go about trying to fish out an item in this
Well,
situation?
I don't think you could in this situation. Because you're holding on. Well, okay. How about this? If you're willing to cut your hang timer in half, and because if it's triple your strength score in minutes or double your strength score in minutes, whichever, and you go down to one hand, it's actually probably like a quarter cutting it down to. So
Well, I guess what is my hang time with a strength of 8?
24 minutes. Only if you go down to one hand, it's 8 minutes.
Okay. I will do that.
Okay. So you have one hand free.
I would like to get the giant's wallet out of my bag and open it up and drop the boulder that's inside of it beneath me.
It'll take some finagling to do that one-handed. Remember, the giant's wallet is a fairly decently sized box. So I'm not sure how I'd want you to roll that. That's like strength and dexterity. So give me a strength check and a dexterity check. All right, strength is good. Dexterity is good. All right, you somehow manage to precariously pull that wooden box free from your bag with one hand while dangling. Get it upside down and release the latch so that the boulder falls out beneath you, thudding unceremoniously into the river itself. It is deep enough that a large portion of the boulder is sunk, but there's enough to stand on, and it is just within reach of your toes from where you were dangling.
Okay, I will stand on that rock and I could still like tiptoe up and reach the immovable rod, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, so I'll do that to deactivate it.
Okay.
And I'll hang out on this rock for a minute.
Okay. While you do that, the rest of the group is traversing the boggy marshlands of northern Treetop. Petalin has likely twisted her ankle a couple of times, and Udanor is not faring much better, with the boots of his armor becoming quickly leaden and weighed down with just thick mud and soupy, watery mess.
It's a good thing I'm strong enough to pull them out.
Unfortunately, it seems that all of the complaining noise and other, just all of the noise that's being made as the group traverses seems to have attracted some unwanted attention, as popping up onto a rock just beside you appears to be...
Ooh, that's a pretty map.
It is pretty.
Phase spider.
Excuse me, a what?
That should actually just probably be called spider.
Oh.
Isn't there something I can do? Yeah, there we go.
Unidentified creature 2.
Interesting.
Wait, creature 2?
Ah, shit.
It's a big spider, dude.
There. It leaps up under the rock, chitters at you, and as it plans to leap forward, everybody roll initiative.
Okay. Can I fix where I am on this grid?
Oh, yeah, you guys are like in between. So.
Okay, cool. It's just bugging me.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Udanar, you do manage to find the ability. Is that right? No, it's not. Do not find the ability. Make a perception check, please.
Oh, okay.
Or what is everybody's passive perception?
Passive perception is 17.
Where is my d20?
13 for me.
14.
All right, well, I'll just go ahead and do this. So starting here, 30 feet, 1, 2.
Wait, are you able to show things on the map depending on what our passive perception is?
I wish, but maybe.
Because that would be cool if like I could see that, but like Egg couldn't for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't think I can control which person can actually actively see it. So you'll notice that as the large eight-legged creature travels across the water, that it doesn't sink at all. You can actually see like the surface tension at its feet, keeping it afloat.
Neat.
That Udanar, you have the initiative.
Okay. Oh shoot. Just want to double check what this does here. No, that's no good for right now. Okay, I'm going to start this off easy and... Oh, that's on top of a rock, right? That's hard terrain, probably? Rough terrain? If I were to, like, want to...
Oh, yeah.
If I were to want to get up to it.
Yeah. In fact, I would need a climb check to climb up on the rocks.
Right, okay.
Actually, you know what? Before we get this combat started, why don't we take our 10-minute break? Because I
Sure.
feel like it's going to run long enough that the dogs are going to drive me insane if we don't.
Sure,
Mm.
okay.
Is that okay with everybody?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll do 10 starting now.